harsh one. But let me ask you this: would you say if he actually did these things, would you say like it could doubt his salvation? Because some of the things that he's accused of make it seem like, it's not just like, oh, I did this once, oh, I'm sorry. It's like I did this over time, and it seemed like he was comfortable in it if he actually did what he did. You know what I mean?
You saying like you saying like do I doubt his salvation?
Like I guess like do you just think he could be like not saved before he died? Like if he had never like repented and said
I mean, for sure. You know, if you're asked if it's the.
But I guess is this evidence of maybe like he wasn't saved?
See, with Ravi, it's tough because on the one hand, reasons we don't know his life. I don't know his life. Reasons we would say Ravi was saved
because his teaching,
right? Yeah. And how many of men, Christians at that, were so knowledgeable, just puffed up and by head knowledge, and we basically drew lines of judgment, right, based on that alone. Again, if we base it on that alone, it's like, oh yeah, he's super solid. He's going straight to heaven, sitting right next to Jesus. You know what I'm saying? He's straight. Now, obviously, like the scriptures say, man could be, can be close to God with their mouth, but their hearts be so far from Him.
Mm-hmm.
And so we know that that doesn't, him knowing so much don't solidify salvation. However, I can say the same thing about him even falling to the extent of adultery, even full out physical adultery. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't mean a whole bunch either. You know what I'm saying? Not a whole bunch. It could mean that he's not saved, especially if he's not repentant. If he don't repent. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say any man born of God will repent, right? Won't walk in sin. However, the fact of the matter is we do sin in our life, even as believers.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if Ravi did this, number one. If he did do it, I don't know if he did it and repented of it, number two. Even if it's like, oh, he did it and, struggled with it for some time. There's plenty of things out there that we do and struggle with for some time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And repent, do well for a while, and fall again. Especially something like this. Like Ravi, I remember hearing him talk about how often he travels and therefore how often he's away from his wife. You know what I'm saying? He had a whole ministry. Like this, that's a lot of weight. Now we know he had 2 businesses. That's a lot of weight and pressure on a man. And most men, it would be difficult for most men to do well under that type of pressure. To do well as far as like not falling for other women or doing other things as a avenue for release, to feel good and to get some stress off and all this other type of stuff. So I bet you he was under that type of pressure. So it wouldn't be super crazy to me if he did fall like that. However, his fans would hope that he would never do something like that. You know what I mean? We like to believe that these men that's before us preaching on air and preaching on camera, won't fall or don't fall. You know what I mean? Because that somehow or another, some way or another, makes us, feel like, this person is a person I can follow, because we're all looking for that perfection. Everyone's looking for that perfection, right? I want to know or believe that Ravi is perfect while I'm following him, because, and as long as he's perfect in both word and deed, he's worthy to be followed. But the fact is that nobody was perfect in word and deed and worthy to be followed to that extent except Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And so if Ravi fell, I would hope he repented. If Ravi continued to fall, I would hope he repented and continued to repent. I don't think, and if he has, then absolutely I have every reason to believe that Ravi ascended to heaven. You know what I'm saying? I have every reason to believe that. At the same time, a life that has continued in sin and did not, he didn't turn. We have every reason to question whether or not he went to heaven. So I guess, so it won't sound like I'm duplicitous in mind, I guess I would land on this. I can't say for sure. If Ravi did indeed continue in this pattern of sin, I can't say for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't cast him out, nor can I, solidify his salvation.